everyone. I'm Chris Hernandez, and this is the Weekly Report, your look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. We are in front of the new Municipal Court entrance, and take a look. Please take note of the new address. It is 511 East 11th Street. The building has been completely remodeled, including a major upgrade to the lighting and heating and cooling systems, and the building is now safer and more accessible for those with disabilities. Visitors will notice new stairs in place of the escalator, and a public art piece is on display as a result of the 1% for Art program. This is a fitting facelift for a municipal court that is getting national recognition for its programs. In fact, it's the first municipal court in the country to be named a domestic violence mentor court. This honor includes a $48,000 grant. The domestic violence unit of the court works to ensure the safety of victims while holding offenders accountable. City leaders dug into another Go KC project, this one at 22nd and 23rd Street on the city's east side. This project includes widening the street, new sidewalks, and storm and sanitary sewer upgrades from Brooklyn Avenue to Benton Boulevard. This investment is already attracting new economic development.
With the passage of the general obligation bonds, which were $800 million over a period of 20 years, there were $40 million that we said and made a commitment to citizens that $40 million will be spent every year throughout all council districts in this entire city.
So yesterday somebody was asking me, well, what is this project? Is this just to get people faster through the area? The answer to that is no. What its goal is to try to get more people spending time here. We've taken care of through home demolition some of the troubling properties that we had here before. We've taken care of through the police department, I think, a number of different efforts to address crime issues here. And we're working through public works to make sure that we're doing even more every day.
Count of three, we say Geo bonds. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Geo bonds.
Geo bonds.
There we go.
The Greater Kansas City Public Relations Society has honored KC Water with the Prism Award. Take a look at this award-winning video as well as news from other city departments.
Water. You find it here and here and here. It's a part of almost every moment of every day. We drink it, we play in it, we clean with it. But above all, we count on it. We count on our water to be clean and available. And for over 500,000 people, that is what the men and women of KC Water ensure. Working day and night, rain and shine, engaging with customers, and working together to provide clean and efficient water services. Water that is diligently collected, carefully processed, and tested to exceed EPA standards. Wastewater that is treated daily, ensuring that our community remains healthy and our most essential resource remains clean. And it's all delivered through miles and miles of pipe infrastructure that is carefully managed and strategically updated to increase efficiency and quality in ways that will positively impact generations to come. Generations that will count on the miles of levees and floodwalls that are maintained, the tens of thousands of stormwater inlets and fire hydrants that line our streets, and the individuals operating with a courteous professionalism that ensure customers receive the exceptional service and quick response we all need for minimal disruption to our daily lives. At KC Water, we work tirelessly to find new innovations that are both efficient and ecologically thoughtful, to provide service that is focused and thorough, and above all, water that is safe and exceptional. Because this is our city too. The city of fountains, of champions, a city of growth and revitalization. And in the middle of each step, of each moment, you will find water. And behind that water, you'll find the nearly 900 employees who take pride in this city and the work that they do. Engineers and operators, scientists and service workers, dreamers and doers, a team that reflects the city it serves, that believes in a vision of the future that is practical, valuable, and achievable. An organization that never forgets that making a better tomorrow starts by working harder today. Water. It's at the core of our story, the foundation of this city, and it's at the heart of KC Water.
You change your clock, you change your batteries, and remember, there's no such thing as a smoke detector fairy.
Hi, I'm Audrey with the Kansas City Convention and Entertainment Facilities, bringing you news on upcoming shows and events at your city facilities. Kansas City Comic-Con will host its third annual show November 10th through the 12th at Bartle Hall. Tickets are available for single day or multi-day admission, and don't miss out on special event VIP tickets to attend an exclusive Superman 40th anniversary event. This is a celebration of the 1978 Christopher Reeve landmark movie with 7 members of the original cast who will share their behind-the-scenes memories of the film that made everyone believe that a man could fly. For more information, visit kansascitycomiccon.com. Stand-up comedian Mike Epps returns to the Kansas City Music Hall for another Laugh Out Loud performance of his It's Comedy Tour on November 11th. Then, just 3 days later, from November 14th through November 19th, the Broadway hit Waitress comes to the Music Hall and serves up a delicious tune-filled delight. This musical features original music and lyrics by 6-time Grammy nominee Sarah Bareilles. Tickets for either Mike Epps or for Waitress are available through Ticketmaster.com or at the Municipal Auditorium box office. Car enthusiasts, listen up. Stop by the city's Bartle Hall November 30th through December 2nd for the annual Kansas City Mecum Auto Auction, delivered by the world-leading auctioneer of collector cars, vintage cars, antique motorcycles, and road art. For information on auction items, schedule of events, and ticket purchasing, please visit mecum.com. To learn more, please visit kcconvention.com and click on the events calendar or call 816-513-5000.
When I imagine a day without water, it's pretty scary, actually. It couldn't be open to the public, and we have so many chief health concerns running a restaurant. We have to have clean tables and clean services and clean utensils and clean dishes.
We use it in all our scratch cooking, as far as if we're boiling something or using it for different purposes throughout the restaurant, cleaning and whatnot. I mean, we would be very dysfunctional without water.
Once things come out of the smoker, they go into a holding cabinet. Those are steam generating holding cabinets so that the barbecue doesn't lose its moisture and become all dried out. And so we use water lines with those so that water is constantly coming in there and producing steam to help keep the product fresh.
If we didn't have water, we couldn't make barbecue. We couldn't run the restaurant. We wouldn't be able to operate.
I've traveled an awful lot, and I think Kansas City water is great. I drink it all the time.
Today we are at the Lyric Opera Center located in Kansas City's East Crossroads District to learn more about Everest. the Lyric Opera's newest production that opens on November 11th at the Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts. Today we are with Deborah Sandler, who is a general director and the CEO of the Lyric. Deborah, thank you so much for having us here. And
It's my pleasure.
Thank
It's
you.
my pleasure.
Now, this is the first stage performance of Everest after it debuted in Dallas. How did Everest make its way to Kansas City?
Well, it debuted in January of 2015, and I had the great good fortune of being invited to come see it. And as I sat in the audience and I sort of, took my own pulse and heartbeat and was sensitive to the people around me, I knew that I was watching something very, very special, and it was something that I thought that our Kansas City audiences would love. And then how to figure out how to make it happen.
And there's so many, there have been so many expeditions of Mount Everest. So is this about a specific expedition or experience at Mount Everest?
Yes, it is. So it's based on the story is the same story that John Krakauer's book, Into Thin Air, is based on. And it tells the many stories of the 1996 expedition, which proved to be so disastrous for so many people.
How are you setting up the stage and the actors to replicate that excitement of that experience, of that expedition?
Well, I'm so glad you've asked. This is a fascinating production. I've said to other people that taken together it is probably the most musically and technologically challenging production that we have ever done. So from the very beginning, when the composer and librettist got together, they were excited about a number of things. How they were going to visually replicate the look of the mountain, how they were going to suggest what it felt like. And then for the composer, the opportunity to replicate the sound of the mountain. What happens when you're so high up but not at the summit? What does the wind sound like during a storm? So we have 30 instruments, percussion instruments alone, to take care of that, which will be played by 4 members of the Kansas City Symphony.
Oh my goodness.
And the stage itself, there are a lot of interesting things happening. So there are 90 cubes, 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet. They're big cubes, and they are bolted together at different angles, and the actors, the singing actors, actually climb those cubes. So it represents, the climb of the mountain. We are going to be bringing in a company called Flying by Foy, because we are going to have people rappelling 17 feet down the set, which replicates the mountain. So there are a lot of interesting things going on. Every person who stands on that stage and sings will be wearing a harness, either over their costume or under the costume. So we have a lot of practicing to do.
Oh,
and they have to also perform their parts at the same time. They have to sing, and they have to move, and they have to be cognizant of a tricky terrain, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. Well, and 3 words stuck out from your mission statement: transformative opera experiences, and that definitely falls into that category. So I'm so excited that it's coming to Kansas City and it's at the Kaufman.
Right.
But you also, throughout your season, you also have an initiative where you place operas in different settings for people to experience in different ways. Can you tell us about how that initiative got started and what are some of the settings?
We have a series of activities that have been planned around Everest, and people should go to kcmo.gov to see the entire menu. One of them, for example, is going to be an event at Rock KC. One of our cast members, Craig Verm, is actually a climber, and he will be doing climbing at Rock KC and talking about the opera. We have book groups that are being done in conjunction with the library, so people can read Into Thin Air and have a conversation with Katie Stover. We have other climbers coming to talk. We had another event at the library. So we have a number of events outside of the concert hall to perhaps create points of entry into the opera and demystify what we're doing. The opera is also only 75 minutes long, but it's a very intense 75 minutes. So that's also part of the allure of the opera.
Oh my goodness, and you do so much also to nurture the new generation of opera fans and opera professionals with so many different programs that you have. You go out to schools and you also have a residency program and so many different programs that are not just related to a specific opera, but you go out and beyond your performance spaces as well. If people want to sign up for a workshop or for a performance to come to their school, how would they go about doing that?
Again, we we are blessed with a great website. So you would go to kcopera.org and you would click on education. Everything is on the website. We look at education as lifelong learning. So we have programs that start with little itty bitty ones that go up through adult education. You know, before each and every opera, if you come early, you can come into the Kaufman Center and you can hear somebody give a pre-opera lecture. So they'll demystify it and they'll explain everything that it's about. So there are plenty of opportunities for people to learn.
And to get tickets on your website too.
And to get tickets. Tickets can be purchased on our website too.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this information about the opera, but also about Everest.
Thank you for inviting us to be part of this. We love to share our information.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/ntdf.
You feel that nip in the air? That means it is fall and it's time to get out the rake and take care of leaf and brush pickup. We've already done collection in the south zone, so now we are heading to the central and north zones. Central zone collection takes place the week of October 30th, while Northland pickup happens the week of November 13th. Remember, you may leave up to 20 bags or bundles of leaves and brush on your curb on your regular trash pickup day. The city's leaf and brush drop-off sites are also now open. The sites are located at 11660 North Main, 1815 North Shoto Traffic Way, and 10301 Raytown Road. Drop-off is free to residents on Saturdays with identification. For more information about leaf and brush, visit kcmo.gov and search leaf and brush. Please don't push your leaves into the storm sewers. That can clog up or damage pipes and sometimes causes backups into basements on your own block. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. Thanks for watching. If you wish to see this program again or any of our other videos, just go to our YouTube channel and there you can view programs on demand. I'm Chris Hernandez with the Weekly Report.